Hey guys, welcome to Fancy Tip. Max with you on this Thursday morning for the Weekend Ads episode of Week 11. For those interested, I'm 35, 13, and 1 on the year, good for 72%. Trying my hardest to stay above a 70% win rate, but it's getting pretty difficult. This week we've got a pretty cool schedule with a decent amount of games every day. We've got 7 Friday, 11 games Saturday, and 6 on Sunday. Let's look at Friday and Saturday first. We have the Buffalo Sabres, Detroit Red Wings, Minnesota Wild, Montreal Canadiens, and Toronto Maple Leafs. At number 1, it's easily got to be Patrick Laine. 6 goals and 7 points in his first 7 games as a Hab. Matthew Knies, Max Pacioretty are on line 2 with Tavares between them right now. Both are on PP2, and they're great plays regardless this weekend. Toronto has soft matchups with Buffalo and the Islanders. Marco Rossi, top line, top power play with Kaprizov, 25 points already. Uri Slavkovsky has his ups and downs, 17 points, top line, top power play for the young Slovak. JJ Peterka's stock went down a bunch recently. He's now on line 2 with Cousins and Jack Quinn, but he still has PP1 time, 4 assists in the last 4 games. Patrick Kane and Vladimir Tarasenko have the exact same stat line right now. Kane is 46% rostered, Tarasenko is 8% rostered. Both are surprisingly PP2 in Detroit. Bobby McMann is on fire since being back. 3 points in 3 games, 9 shots and 7 hits. Andrew Kopp is in a good stretch right now. 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points in the last 4 games. Playing between Patrick Kane and Alex DeBrincat. Jack Quinn, Zach Benson, couple of youngsters in Buffalo. High risk, high reward for both youngsters. PP1 options. Dylan Cousins has been retrograded to PP2 and he's been cold with only 1 goal, 1 assist in the last 6 games. Marcus Foligno, third line option in Minnesota. He hits regularly. Special mention to Yuri Kulish for deeper leagues, who is first line with Alex Tuck and Tage Thompson while serving on the PP2. For Friday and Sunday, we have the Anaheim Ducks, Carolina Hurricanes, Colorado Avalanche, Florida Panthers, New York Rangers, Utah Hockey Club, and the Washington Capitals. The Avalanche have the softer matchups playing Anaheim and Seattle. I expect both Nichushkin and Lehkonen to remain productive. Tom Wilson has been amazing and should be held in all formats, honestly. Logan Cooley is exploding recently. He's got 4 goals, 10 assists, 14 points in the last 11 games. PP1 in Utah. Ross Colton is the PP1 center for now in Colorado, and he's only held at 40%. Super high ceiling, great streaming option. Dubois, 3 goals, 8 points in the last 8 games. Frank Vetrano, a point every 2 game and phenomenal peripherals. His teammate Troy Terry, best pointer on the Ducks with 24 points in 29 games. Will Quilly, almost 2 shots, 4 hits per game. He's got 23 points, plus 11. Fantasy gem so far. Nick Schmaltz, first line, PP1 option, 3 points in the last 3 games. Casey Middlestad, line 2 center in Colorado between Nish and Colton, PP2 option. Anton Lundell could have more responsibilities if Sam Bennett remains out, PP2 option no matter what. Protis, 26 points on the season, plus 14. He's been a revelation in Washington. Ryan Strome, top line, top power play, second in scoring in Anaheim. And now we go to the deeper league options. Eric Robinson, no power play time, but first line minutes with Sebastian Aho and Seth Jarvis, already up to 18 points in 31 games. With Zibanejad and Kreider being really bad recently, Philip Hedl has been getting more minutes. He's a streaky player that can go off at any time. Jesperi Kotkaniemi is back on the second line in PP2 with Jack Drury being out, playing between Sveshnikov and Necic. I mean, what a great spot. Taylor Radish, top line in Washington with McMichael and Dylan Strome, PP2 option. Barrett Hayton, top line in Utah. And 2 underwhelming big boys. Deeper league options in Lawson Krause and Nick Bjugstad. They normally do a lot better than they're doing right now. But normally they hit more, they shoot more, and they get the occasional points. And finally, the Anaheim Ducks. I mean, Leo Carlson's PP1. You have Mason McTavish, Cutter Gauthier, Alex Killorn. They're all boom or bust options. Anaheim is playing Colorado and Utah. I'm not liking it much. First Saturday and Sunday, we've got 4 teams in action. The Edmonton Oilers, Los Angeles Kings, Ottawa Senators, and Seattle Kraken. Crazy how Josh Norris is only 40% rostered. The guy shoots, he hits, he's a power play threat every night. Ili Tolvanen, 3 goals, 6 assists, 9 points in the last 11 with 23 shots and 44 hits. Phenomenal stat line. Oliver Bjorkstrand, 7 goals, 7 assists in the last 13 games. Claude Giroux, second line PP2 option. Shane Wright has finally arrived. 6 goals, 6 assists, 12 points in the last 12 games. Alex Turcotte, top line in Los Angeles, PP2, 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points in the last 4 games for this 0% rostered player. Matty Beniers, top line, PP1 in Seattle, 7 assists in the last 9 games. And another 0% player not in a bad spot right now is Kasperi Kapanen, who's on line 2 with Draisaitl and RNH. And as long as he's there, he's an attractive streamer. 2 goals in the last 3 games. Jeff Skinner, third line, PP2. Chandler Stevenson, PP1 in Seattle. Alex Laferriere, not as hot as he was early on, but still line 2 PP2 option for the weekend. Then we've got a couple of Senators, both PP2 in Ottawa. Pinto has 3 goals in the last 3 games and really good peripherals. Gaudette is line 2 with Stützle, and he's actually having a breakout with Ottawa. A few players, we've got Philip Deneau, line 2, PP2 in Los Angeles, face-off king. Brandon Tanev shoots, hits, blocks like an elite defenseman. Did I mention he's also on the first line in Seattle? And Jaden Schwartz is on that same first line with Beniers and plays PP2. There's also Quinton Byfield and Warren Foegele as options, but I'm not a big fan. Now on to defensemen. Lane Hudson, 1 goal, 10 assists, 11 points in the last 10 games, 5 of those coming from the power play. Grab and hold now while you can. Bowen Byram, PP1D in Buffalo if Dahlin is still out. Thomas Chabot, PP2 for the Red Hot Senators, good defenseman. Darnell Nurse shoots, hits, blocks, scores the occasional points. Aaron Ekblad, PP1 defenseman in Florida. I think he's going off tonight as I'm making this video. Owen Power, 1 goal, 4 assists, 5 points in the last 6 games, PP2 option. And Brant Clark has been pretty bad lately, but the Kings cannot replace him until Doughty is back. So if somebody in your league drops him, don't be shy to test him out until early January, regardless of what he's done in the past few weeks. Jared Spurgeon, PP1 in Minnesota. And guys, it's really time to drop Olin Zellweger. There's no reason to hold him anymore. Add Jackson Lacombe now. He's got 4 goals, 2 assists, 6 points in the last 7 games. We've got a new PP1 defenseman in Anaheim. Brent Burns gets a lot less points, but still shoots and blocks very decent numbers. Jake McCabe, 2 assists, 7 shots, 4 hits, 7 blocks in 4 games since being back. He should be around 20% rostered by New Year's. Michael Kesselring, PP2 in Seattle. Sandin, PP2 in Washington. Ekman Larson, PP2 in Toronto. Sam Girard, PP2 in Colorado. Edvinson is the top pair partner of Moritz Seider. Gustafsson is the PP2 in Detroit. They're both high risk, medium kind of reward players. If you want a better, safer floor, you'll find it in Washington with Ferravari and Matt Roy. And finally, Olli Mata, top pairing in Utah. 4 assists, 26 blocks in the last 8 games. That's really not bad. For the Sunday goalies this weekend, it's looking real tough after the first few options. If Blackwood is available in your league, he's definitely the play here, right? Calvin Pickard against Ottawa should be a good option too. 2 hot teams colliding. You normally side with the home side. Vejmelka or Stauber against Anaheim at home. It doesn't matter which one plays. Utah should win this game. And then we've got a tight matchup between the Kings and the Capitals. Logan Thompson will get the start in LA for sure. David Riddick has been good this year. This seems like a low Sunday scoring game in my opinion. I'll give it a 3-2 Washington prediction. And then Anaheim and Utah, Florida and Tampa Bay, Grubauer in Colorado, Quick and the Rangers in Carolina, Merrillainen in Edmonton. The rest of the options are all really dangerous plays away from home. Good luck if you got to throw a Hail Mary. Anton Forsberg is injured, so Merrillainen is the Ottawa Senators' second goalie. And what a shame if it would be if he had to start against the Oilers at home. Now let's look at the categories. For the shots, we've got Patrick Laine 3.4, Vetrano 3.3, Colton 2.9, Darnell Nurse, Troy Terry 2.7, McMahon 2.6, Dylan Cousins, Fuego, and Zellweger at 2.5. For blocks, Chris Tanev, Jacob Trouba, Ian Cole, some of the best in the business, 2.9 per game. Savard and Goalie, 2.6, 2.4. Radko Gudas, 2.3. As for the hits, we've got Will Quealy at 4. Unbelievable. Marcus Foligno, 3.5. William Carrier, Ty Cartier, 3.3. Radko Gudas, Gadjovich, and Elenius at 3.2. Jack McBain, Max Pacioretty at 3.1. And for the face-offs, finally, we have Chandler Stevenson, 10.6, Jordan Stahl, 9.7, Phil Deneau, 8.3, Cousins and Dowd at 7.7, Claude Giroux, Josh Norris, 7.6, Pierre-Luc Dubois, 7.4, Anton Lundell, 7.2. And that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Of course, if you like the content, click the like button, subscribe to our channel. We're always staying active on a weekly basis for you guys, so it's always appreciated when you give us your support. For those who it may concern, good luck in fantasy football playoffs this weekend. I know I might focus on that a little more this week and next week. So good luck, everybody, to those who need it. And on that note, I wish you guys a good day, a great weekend, and I will see you guys next week.